Good afternoon, this is Ken from PMD, and today we're going to be talking about adding packages to your WBQuote Lite quote. So after you've done entering the quote details and the census, you'll be brought to this page where you can go ahead and start adding your packages for medical, dental, vision, and life, and they are tabbed so that you can see which packages you've added to your quote. To add a package to a quote, you simply click the Add Package button, and you can choose to put in your current first or your renewal first, or you can just start with comparables. I believe most of the time you'll probably be starting with a current. When you do that, it's going to take you to the effective date picker, which is going to pick 12 months prior to the effective date of the quote. You can go ahead and click Next, and you'll be able to select your carriers, and it's going to present your carriers based on what was entered in the details and the census pages. You can pick a carrier, and then you are allowed to wrap with up to 2 other carriers. I'm going to skip that for right now. Then you're presented with which networks you want to see on the next plan selection page. Go ahead and unselect a couple of those. Then you're presented with plan selection, and I'll have another video to go over in detail how this page works and all the things you can do on it. I'm going to pick a few plans here. Next. Now you have the ability to assign plans when you're first building a package if you want here, but there's another way you can do it, which I'll show you in another video on how easy it is to assign plans to your package. And you also have the ability to select a contribution, but you don't have to do this now either. I'm going to show you in another video how to do contribution across all your packages once you've got them set up. So now that you've created your package, you're going to see that you've got your HealthNet package here. It's current. And from this point, you could either go through that same process again, or you can use these 3 pips up here to create a renewal package based on what's here in the current, or create comparable packages that'll try to match the plans that are shown here with plans that are available from the other packages you'd like to create. So I'd like to create a renewal package, and what it's going to do is it's going to use the data in the system to show what plans these turned into the next year for HealthNet. As you can see, it still doesn't have any plan selection, and we don't have any contributions selected. But what you can do is you can go in and you can manually select these plans for these employees, and it'll set them to the correct plan. Or you can manually go in and do contribution here for all the packages also. But before I do that, I'd like to add a couple of other carriers we'd like to compare. So I'm going to create a comparable package. It's going to give me my list of carriers again. And when I click Next, it's going to try to find the most comparable plans from those carriers for the plans that we had in HealthNet. And there you got a couple Aetna plans, and you've got your Blue Shield plans. Now that you've got all your packages created, I'm going to show you, here's how you would reorder them. You click that button, and the only ones you can reorder are the ones that are not current and renewal. Current and renewal always stay the same. They're always going to stay in these first 2 positions. But if I had 4 or 5 other carriers, I could have arranged those. You can add more plans to this if you wanted to by clicking New Plan. It's going to bring you back to the plan selection again, and it's going to walk you through all of those steps. So you'd select another plan. You would go to the plan assignment again if you wanted, and you'd go through contribution again if you wanted. However, once you've got all your packages set up in the quote, there is a pretty cool little tool right here that says View Plan Assignments. If you click this, you can see this is more laid out like WBQuote was. And if you come down here and start assigning plans, it's going to use that plan and move it to the row that aligns with all those packages. So when I come down here and pick the bottom one, it's aligning to the bottom row that was in there. If I pick the middle one, it's going to be that row, and so on. And once you've done, I had to scroll down a little bit to see the save, but you have to save your changes. And now when we go in there, we can see that all of our plans are lined up as we set them across all the packages. Similarly, when you click the contribution button, you can go and start adding contribution for your plan. You can either type it in, or you can drag the slider to get it there. And then once I have that, I can apply that to all the packages. So now you're going to see all the packages will come up with the same contribution across all the packages. If you wanted to copy a package, that functionality is allowed also. You click the pips, say you wanted to see HealthNet, and maybe you wanted to lower the contribution down to 70% and see if you could save the employer money by shifting it to the employees. Go ahead and copy it. And now you can see HealthNet was added to the plan. Once it updates, you see that we've got the 75 there. Now I can go back in here and change this one to 70, like we talked about. And that's how you can control individual contributions as opposed to applying them to all. You can also compare packages, which it's going to go ahead and line up all your packages side by side so you can see how they lay out compared to the current package that you were dealing with. And that's how you get packages added to WBQuote Lite. Dental and vision work very similarly. You're going to see this pop-up that asks prior dental coverage. This does matter with your dental rates, but adding a dental package is as easy as the medical one. You're going to go ahead and select your carrier. And it's going to give you rules on what you can add to the plan when you come in here. Now you can see you're allowed to pick one DPPO and one DHMO. So you click your plan, you go next, and you can select your DHMO. And that's how you can do the plan assignment here also, and your contribution will come up. Once you're done, you can click over to Summary, and it'll process your quote to make sure everything was set up correctly and you didn't need to go back and fix anything. And that's how you add packages for WBQuote Lite. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and give us a call. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.